Welcome to Fort Riley, the podcast. Today we're talking to Larry Graham. He is the Utility Branch Supervisor for Fort Riley Public Works about a common practice that he would like to wipe out on post. All right, gentlemen. So today we're doing a topic that really impacts the whole infrastructure of the base. Can you kind of tell me what we're talking about?
So we have a problem. It's a nationwide problem, but is actually affecting Fort Riley very hard, is the use of flushable wipes or disposable wipes being flushed down the sewer system. And it's clogging our system up, and it's costing us a lot of money to institute repairs and clean out these. The problem is people think that once it goes in the toilet like toilet paper, it'll break down. It does not, because they're not made the same way toilet paper is made. Toilet paper is made literally out of wood pulp fibers. And a lot of the disposable wipes are actually made from a plastic cellulose. So the plastic cellulose does not break down in the sewer system. When you flush it down the toilet, it collects with all the other disposable wipes being flushed down the toilet and gets into what we call a lift station. And a lift station does is it pumps the sewage from one point up to a higher point in the system before it gets to the wastewater treatment plant. The pumps cannot handle these disposable wipes. It clogs the pumps up, it burns the motors up, it breaks the pumps down, the impellers get wore out faster, and our cost is to repair and replace that is, instead of being once every 50 years to rebuild the lift station, now we're talking once every 20 years, once every 30 years. The cost is a lot more to the taxpayers than what it should be.
So even once every 20 years, but also in between, you're doing maintenance just directly due to this issue, correct?
Yeah, so, when we notice it is because downstream a manhole is overflowing with sewage and sewage is coming out onto the ground. That's when we find out we have a problem, because it's all underground. When sewage is exposed on the ground, it becomes a health hazard. It's an environmental problem. So we have to remediate that. We have to clean it up. We have to send a report to the state of Kansas that we've had an incident, and it's all preventable. All this stuff is all preventable just by throwing them in the trash and not into the toilets.
And some people will buy these wipes and they say, hey, they're flushable. What do you say to that?
I say they are lying to you. That is a marketing lie. Truth in advertising really doesn't exist with these things. So there's truly no real flushable wipe. Just like a paper towel. We don't throw our paper towels down the toilet for basically about the same reason, is that they would clog up the system. So we don't do it. We don't want these down our toilets.
Okay. Thank you, sir. And thank you for listening to Fort Riley, the podcast. I'm Tom Roost with the Fort Riley Public Affairs Office.